separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's Wednesday, it's the 12th day in the month of February 2025. And you are at the right place at the right time, and you're listening to the right person, because this is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Italy Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Maryann Okon. From now till 6 p.m, it promises to be the best and the most authentic news experience that you've ever had on the radio. Welcome to Hard Facts Lagos. Welcome Nigeria. Welcome world. If you are watching, well, you're watching. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp at 08095975805. The phone lines will be open in a bit, and on Skype, we're Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation on X. Use the hashtag Hard Facts and getting to the business of the day with us. We're starting off with the big three stories as usual. These are stories that are debuting on the pages of our national dailies, the ones that you and I are talking about on social media, making it to trend. And of course, the ones that are debuting here in our news bulletins in the studio here. Well, let's start, of course, with the big three stories. And then, of course, we'll move on to other matters arising. Of course, we'll bring you a replay of last week's stairs. And then, of course, we'll go into our 5 o'clock hour where the managing director of the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, a federal government agency, will be joining us in the studio to talk about renewable energy and, of course, power in the rural areas across the Federation. He's going to be joining us live in the studio on the 5 o'clock hour. It promises to be a great conversation. But today, let's go straight to our newspaper review. Of course, these are the big three stories for today.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the big three stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts, whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, talking about what's trending, the police is unable to explain to us what happened to 3,000 plus rifles. And this is what happened yesterday on the floor of the National Assembly. A committee that is in charge of public financing grilling the IGP and the deputy IGP on certain guns that are missing. You know, I always bring you some good content. This video is coming courtesy, I think, of Channels Television. So let's take a look at that conversation.
To the Inspector General of Police, he appears before the Senate Committee on Public Accounts.
It was not deliberate. The truth is that all the dates that you have given to me to appear had clashed with other important security engagements in the Office of the Inspector General of Police.
He asked to be excused while the Assistant Inspector General of Police takes over. The committee had 8 audit queries against the police, including a case of 1.1 billion naira contract splitting.
3,907 assorted rifles and pistols across different police formations that could not be accounted for as at January 2020.
Before his response, some senators began to advocate for a closed-door session, but that request was shut down.
The issue of firepower of any organization is secret and holds separately to our chest.
Nothing should be treated secretly under my watch. Please, AIG, tell us what happened to these firearms. 3,907 firearms, mainly AK-47.
What is worrisome is that this money used to procure arms for the purpose of protecting Nigeria by trained Nigeria police force is now lost. You have an obligation not only to disclose but to apprehend, parade, and name such persons. This country must operate under the same level of rule of law.
Having met resistance from the lawmakers, the police responds overtly.
The fact that for 30 days this arm consistently has not been recorded and been returned, book has been returned, it is deemed to have been lost.
The lawmakers are clearly dissatisfied as they detect more loopholes and grey areas.
I'm not a policeman, but common sense tells me
You give me as an example
that you are wrong. You can't take that.
We are not going to hide anything, and I assure you that the force has done a lot, and they will not allow any of our arms to get missing.
We expect the Office of Inspector General of Police to appear before us again on Monday by 12 noon with vivid, comprehensive explanation as to these missing firearms.
Elsewhere.
Well, let's start that on. It's a good day to ask questions to the police. Guns missing, contracts that are being that they're unable to account for, and of course, I wanted you guys to hear that part where certain people were advocating for a closed door, so the media would go out and they would have a tete-a-tete. Thank goodness that was not allowed to fly, because we need to be in the know, right? Because it's our money, taxpayers' monies. Law enforcement needs to understand that the law has to be enforced, even on them. Well, let's get into the big stories for today. El-Rufai is in the news, and this time around, he's even talking tougher than usual. He's saying, I might be arrested, I might be detained, where Emefiele was forced to resign. But hey, he's saying, I go nowhere, we die here. This is a story from the Daily Trust newspaper. Nasir El-Rufai, the immediate past governor of Kaduna State, has alleged that his political opponents are planning to arrest, detain and torture him in one of the offices of the National Security Advisor, just like they did in Emefiele. Now, El-Rufai, however, vowed that he would not be intimidated by such threats. He said this in response to a warning from an ex-user called Ayu Wakili, who warned him of plans of arresting him whenever he returns to Nigeria. He said, and I quote, I was reliably informed that there is a plan to arrest Malam Nasir El-Rufai if he comes back to Nigeria with another concocted allegation as usual. I am confident El-Rufai will return soon because he has nothing to hide and is not afraid of anyone, the netizen wrote. Now, reacting to that post, the former governor added that his friends and family and political associates have also been receiving similar threats. He alleged that the plot of his opponents to see him proceed on self-exile, but that he won't gratify their desires. What are your thoughts? Let's move away from that and let's talk about this ATM wahala that we all might just be facing. This is a story from the Guardian newspaper, and it says ATM withdrawal fees. CBN bets on breaking POS monopoly, improving banks' cash operation. What do you mean by breaking POS monopoly? Who brought them into business to start with? The fact that we went to ATMs and we're not able to withdraw our monies, it means that it was backed by the government one way or another, because nobody said anything about it and it was just business as usual, and we screamed to the top of the hills but nobody answered us. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we want to break the monopoly of POSs. Really, Cardi B? Well, I listened to a guy this morning on the television when he was trying to say, well, maybe the CBN didn't necessarily mean to use the word monopoly because that's not what it is per se. Well, the CBN is saying bank POS locked in banks and POSs are locked in stiffer competition. Insecurity poses risk to off-site ATM deployment. Digital first first banks. In other words, banks that are online first. That's I don't want to call their names, but you know those money wallet banks and online microfinance banks may consider new partnerships to keep youth markets. Now, to relieve banks, according to the Guardian newspaper, of the burden of operating automated teller machines and handling cash, the CBN has imposed new withdrawal charges on consumers who use this option. The review may have restricted or stretched the journey to commoditize the naira by miles and increase the cost of banking. For some Nigerians, it also raises the question about the CBN's commitment to financial inclusion. Because first you make it difficult for me to get access to cash, and then you make me use money, my own money, to buy my own money again. And then now all of a sudden you're saying for every time I withdraw that money from a POS, or rather from a bank ATM that's not my bank, I mean the closest one to me, you're going to charge me. Are there any more charges in the radar, Cardi B, Mr. Cardoso? Are there more charges coming? Because really, somebody said yesterday that they might start charging us for the air that we breathe. But sincerely, to what end? And what is this going to solve going forward? Because the problems that we're facing today, you created it. First, we couldn't get access to cash. And so we had to rely on the POS guys who had to mop up cash from the market women and the petrol station, attendants rather, to give us cash. And then we still had to pay monies to get that money. It's only in Nigeria that you use Nigerian money to buy Nigerian money. I don't really know. I would really love to have this conversation. Hopefully next week or before the week is over, get someone to explain to us what exactly the CBN is trying to implement here and how this will help us in a situation where we're already bleeding cash in several ways. I told you the other day we went to have some nice fine dining, and by the time we were done, the money that we paid for VAT was enough to buy another person a meal. So what? Okay. Let's move from one wahala to the other. This is from the Punch newspaper. Telcos tariff hike. Reps demand reversal as new pricing begins. So the Nigerian telecommunications operators have started implementing the long-awaited 50% tariff hike following regulatory approvals from the Nigerian Communications Commission, as lawmakers have now decided that they're going to move to halt the rollout, citing economic hardship. Wait, though. Where were the lawmakers when this executive decision was taken? When we were all screaming about it and when they were floating the idea? And so all of a sudden, after the federal government has okayed the 50%, when the NLC was screaming about it, nobody said anything. Then all of a sudden, the National Assembly is like, no, we have to stop it. Remember, the NLC had said that they want to put an end to it and totally reverse it. Now the National Assembly is saying the same thing. Will the telcos budge? People are already feeling it. The whole of yesterday and the day before, that's all that the people on social media were talking about. They were calling the names of the different telecommunication providers and saying, this is just a mess. But it was just one that rolled it out. It was the sacrificial lamb, MTN. But then, all of a sudden, have you noticed the networks are all just a mess, for want of a better word, decent way to describe it? A mess, a total mess. The internet is useless. It's just rubbish. All in a bid to raise the tariff. Everything is just crumbling. Do you remember when the banks told us that they were trying to upgrade their systems and then we couldn't get access to our bank app? It was just a mess. Our monies were missing. Why does change in this country have to be so chaotic? Welcome to Hard Facts. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're also on Facebook Live, YouTube, on X, Nigeria Info. On WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. You can join the conversation, 0201-465-7190. 60 seconds is all you have because I have to go on a quick break. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. All right, that place is too loud. Call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann Okon.
Yes, good afternoon.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds.
I just want to speak on one of these 3 hard facts, and that is that of the ATM charges. Do you know that we have been levied all kinds of things on our accounts already? Who are the people advising these people to take these decisions? Are they discouraging people taking money to the bank? We say cashless society, cashless economy. You will charge us electronics. You will charge us for card maintenance. You will charge us for transfer. You will charge us all kinds of... Now, if you do transaction, does it make sense? Somebody has once said, they are going to tax our intestines. And they started it already.
They'll tax you after. If you laugh too much, they tax you.
And this is terrible. What are we doing like this?
Welcome to a tax economy, Pastor Ladipo. Welcome. I've got to go on that break. Thank you very much for calling. I've got to go on that break. When we come back, it's still the big 3 on hard facts, and we're looking at all of these stories. Don't forget, I'm going to play you a video when I come back. I don't understand why the police and the army are always fighting, and this time around they were fighting at a checkpoint. It's despicable, isn't it? But let's go on that break. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info. Go there and post your comments. We'd like to hear from you. We'll be right back after these messages.
Incredible journalism.
Millions more news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined, but you have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347*880*3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347*880*3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the battle of intellects begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns, where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debates Competition Studio reopens February 17th at 4 p.m. Tune in, witness the debates, watch history unfold. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obiwizi. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that.
You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts.
Yes, it is. 28 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. If you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we're broadcasting live from the economic capital of Lagos, Nigeria. Precisely, Itimiang, Victoria Island, yes. And this is our audiovisual studio. In other words, you can watch and listen to us live from anywhere you are. You can download the Nigeria Info FM mobile application. That way you take us everywhere you go, even when you're going to Mars with Elon Musk. In the meantime, these are the big stories for today, and that's what we're talking about. El-Rufai here, talking tough, and says, yeah, I might be arrested. I even hear I might be detained, but I'm not going anywhere. No one's going to get me to run off into exile. And of course, ATM withdrawals, more and more taxes, and more, levies. What's next? I want to hear your thoughts. And on the Telcos situation, the National Assembly is asking for, rather the House of Representatives is demanding for a reversal as new pricing has already been affected by the Telcos. Do you support the House of Representatives? Do you need there to be a reversal or a reduction in the percentage? Which one are you for? 0201 465 7190. I'd like to hear your thoughts. 60 seconds is all you have. But first, I want to bring you to this very ridiculous video, and I really have to play it because I've been trying to get Mr. Hundeyi to come on the show, but he's always running away. But let's see how he's going to react to this video of his boys and soldiers fighting somewhere. I don't know where this is. It looks more like a free-for-all if you're watching live on YouTube. If you're not watching live, I'll post it on my Instagram story. My Instagram is MIMIEYO. Just go there. I'll post it right now so you can take a look at it. Is this not preposterous? Is this not really ridiculous and embarrassing? Behold thy law enforcement agents, both the army and the police. Goodness gracious. Let's go to the phone line. 0201 465 7190. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello, anybody home? All right, call me back if you can. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Godwin from Water.
Go ahead.
Maryann, I called you yesterday, one of your stories concerning Atiku, that APC said that they are not afraid of Atiku. Yeah. And I said that they should not be afraid of Atiku. The person that they should be afraid of is El-Rufai.
Yeah, you did. Yes.
Yeah. And Maryann, I think El-Rufai is still in APC. Just as Wike is still in PDP. PDP cannot do Wike cannot suspend Wike, cannot do him anything. Same thing as El-Rufai. El-Rufai is more dangerous than even Wike.
What makes him dangerous? What makes him dangerous? I don't understand.
What I mean about being dangerous is that El-Rufai has the power. He knows how to galvanize strong, heavyweight people, as in his own people, APC top people, against his own party. If they don't find a way to plead him or give him a what we like call a ministerial post, I'm telling you,
so this is about the ministerial post. It's not about democracy. It's not about the good of the people. It's about a position.
The way I'm just looking at it is that as before Tinubu comes to power, there's a lot that El-Rufai did to APC, and which they have not paid him back with it. And it's like coming back with annoyance. Look, I don't think that maybe El-Rufai is fighting for the masses. I don't think so. It's just like every politician is fighting for their own selfish interests. So this is what is happening. If they don't find a way to appease him, I'm telling you, it will bring them down in 2027.
Okay, well, interesting perspective, eh? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Maryann Okon. My name is Godwin, calling from Lapware.
Go ahead, Godwin.
My question is this. Why is APC government for the past 10 years in always a dramatic situation on day-to-day basis? El-Rufai, Wike. And why is all this? Just for their selfish, not for the good of Nigerians, for their own political self-reason, wicked reason, and nothing else. Now, the purpose of governance is for the good of the citizen. Why is it under these people it is otherwise? Today, taxation, ATM, telephone, NEPA, call them. Why is this so? All this money they are making.
All right.
Before you know, only for themselves.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Thank you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Zoboli calling from Ikoro.
Go ahead.
Maryann, first off, El-Rufai, whether he's, as much as I admire the fact that he's spitting fire right now, please, I want him to stop whipping up sentiments, because all those, whether in the past administration or this administration, that have put Nigeria and the economy in the quagmire we have found ourselves now, they will all pay. I don't give a hoot if he goes on exile. I don't give a hoot if they catch him. He's saying the truth right now, but what happened when he was there? So please, his sentiment, I'm not empathizing with whatever sentiment is whipping. Now, on this hike, when the hike was coming for electricity, ban A, ban B, we had issues. You are trying to carry price up. We are not seeing the delivery. And now, the NEPA issue, ATM, everything. How come whenever there is a hike, everything will just go down? Please, MTN should return my data they keep siphoning. Your data is bad, your network is bad, everything is bad, and you are increasing. Increasing what? How can I be paying for gross darkness? When
you have not seen anything. I bought 40 gig 2 weeks ago, 40 gig, and in 2 days, they told me it had finished. I was wondering whether I'm not understanding. Yeah, well, I'm sure they're even doing it to my principal, the governor. What can we do?
Of course.
Yeah.
Mayor, network will they rotate like this, they make a bar. You know, see anything easy than they do.
Thank you for calling me, Zoboli. Your time is up. Thank you. She's not even playing because I've got 1 terabyte, and in 2 weeks I've not been able to watch anything straightforward. It's just been rolling, and I don't get it. Like, why? What's the challenge? I've got 1 terabyte. I've not been able to use it because it's rubbish. I had to tweet yesterday at the service provider asking what in God's name is their problem. But that's the Nigeria that we live in. And remember what I said yesterday. Until we start testing the laws with these guys, they're always going to take us for a ride. They're going to play in our faces. Same thing for your leaders. Until we start testing the laws with these guys and taking class action suits against them, it's going to be business as usual. So we can cry till tomorrow. That's all it's going to be. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please.
Hello. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Pastor Emeka is my name.
Go ahead.
Yeah. On the issue of Rufai, and I think in your station, somebody came up one time to tell Nigeria in 2015 that they told us lies. I think this is our station, something like that.
Yeah. That was Nuhu Ribadu saying that No. Sorry, the one that spoke recently was a former minister. That's the former minister of sports. Yes, he was on the show. Yeah.
So he said they told us lies. The truth remains that Elrufai, he could be saying the truth right now, but as it is right now, let the dance continue. Let the exposing. Let so that Nigerians will see. They will reason with what is happening around. So this issue of politics is supposed to be for the people, not just for a cartel, for a group of people.
All right.
That will just So
all
secondly,
right.
on the
your time is up.
Okay.
Your time is up. I even gave you 10 seconds over. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi, Uzo.
No, nothing is on here at all.
Go ahead.
El-Rufai. Everybody had him when he was talking as if he owned Nigeria last year. If I see all this recent time, he has been talking as if he owned this land. Let East go and eat their motor park money. Let South go and eat the paper that they will eat their farm. Since then, no food in this country. In fact, I like as the Nemesis is catching up with them as early as possible. They will all pay for it.
in a very big way, one by one. All the evil they've done to this country, to make this country to be a shadow of itself, they will all pay for it. In less than near time, they will pay all for it. Data on. In fact, the first another means so they won't tell you how much you have used for a moment or 2 minutes, but before you know it, your money is finished. God will save us in this country. Bank, God will save us in their hands. That's right, darling.
Thank you very much for calling. In case you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, and these are the big 3 stories for today. El-Rufai saying he's not going on exile. If they want to arrest him, oh well, that's fine. He's not running away. ATM withdrawal fee. CBN bets on breaking POS monopoly, improving banks and cash operations. What else is new? And then Telcos tariff hike. The House of Representatives is alive to its responsibility yet again. And now they're saying that they're demanding a reversal as the new pricing begins. Where were you, SAS? But then again, this might not be an exercise in futility. If these guys are advocating for it, are you for it? Because this is the same thing that the NLC was saying. Go back to normal. I think I do have a clip somewhere of Ajero making a very strong point as to what they're claiming. He said infrastructure and all of the things that they're claiming cannot be compared to the businesses that are now. I think he compared it to the power distribution companies. He made a very strong case. I'll look for that video and then play one of these days. But he's saying that it's not good enough. Nigerians are already dying of all the plenty monies that they're taking from us. Don't forget, you use your money to buy your money in this same Nigeria. And I don't know what Kodoso is saying now about, ATM withdrawals and stopping the monopoly of POSs. Who brought them into business to start with? But do you think that there should be a reversal of the pricing or a reduction in the percentage? Let's talk Lagos. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You go there and post your comments. On X, we're Nigeria Info FM. Post your comments, use the hashtag Hard Facts. And then, of course, be a part of the conversation on WhatsApp, 080-959-75805. I'll take a few more calls and then go to WhatsApp. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kukwete.
How are you?
I'm very good, and you?
Great.
Maryann, in fact, it's not about the increase in the data price. Or until these are service, how good is the services they provided us? You get a data that's supposed to run for like 3 days. Within half an hour, just maybe to finish a tutorial, just 3-minute video. There is no more data.
Yep.
And somebody is sitting somewhere saying increase. I don't know. It's just like what you just said, like what you said yesterday. Until these people are being run to a point that they pay heavily.
Yes.
For all these
we need to test the laws. Yes.
Because they have so seen us that even our government are not helping. Look at our national. Is it now that they just woke up? That is it today that I heard that? Okay.
But I mean, isn't it better? Isn't it better late than never?
I don't understand.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they're alive to the responsibility. So let's see if they can push for it.
Well, let's just pray it works because the services is really bad.
All right, thank you very much, Kokwese, for calling. Prince Wires is calling us from Amodofin. Hello, Prince Wires.
Madam,
yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you, my dear. You see, about El-Rufai, I think nobody will arrest El-Rufai. It's just if they play a very expressive joke. And again, if you are not part of the government, I think there's another place you can work for Nigeria. It doesn't need to become a minister. If you are part of the
Can I ask, and I'm so sorry, I hope you don't mind, are you a spokesperson for the government or the APC?
I'm speaking for myself. I'm a patriotic Nigeria. When somebody is making comment, you have every right to answer his way, put his words. Can he represent the North? When somebody is telling Nigeria that in Northern, he can only talk of himself. Even though that's election.
So if you are speaking for yourself, how do you know in Amodofin that you stay that nobody wants to arrest him?
He says so. He says those things don't want to rat up the country.
So he's probably speaking for himself, but how do you know?
Nobody should arrest him because what he said doesn't want the arresting somebody for.
Okay, so you're now saying nobody should arrest him, but you're not saying that nobody will arrest him.
Nobody should arrest him. Let him be talking.
I see. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I get you.
So for me, you should stop ranking.
All right.
If you are not in part of the government, go for another time.
All right.
You can't tell not.
Thank you, Prince YS, for calling.
You are not only not.
All right, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Nobody should touch El-Rufai, he says. Christopher is calling us from Ikoyi. Hello, Mr. Chris.
Action lady, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, during the election, you said this Elrufai say foreign observer will go back in body bags,
Body
right?
bags. I didn't remember.
The same Elrufai, when Emefiele they change our camera lights, Elrufai stand in feet and said, no, go to bank or go to court, people should spend the old naira. Yeah. You remember?
Yeah.
Elrufai will catch on no. How they move they way. These people, they know how to deal people. Let them deal the guy now. He don't come out openly. It's just like our guest yesterday, the doctor. Upon all the opening, all the explanation they give what is going on, what did they do? Elrufai will sneeze. Nigerians will catch cold.
Really?
These people, they say they get liver. Let them deal the guy. He don't tell you now openly. And for House of Rep, they should leave us alone. Because their guy removed subsidies. They didn't do anything. Now INEC, now they get MTN, now they get power. Thank you
very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Let me go to our live stream. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info. We're also live on YouTube. For those of you who want to see that video of the police and the army fighting at a checkpoint, it's on my Instagram story. Not on my wall or on my story. It's MIMIEYO Maryann Okon with 2 flags on it. So you just go straight to my stories and you can find that video. It's the most embarrassing thing you're going to watch today. But let's go to WhatsApp and read some of the messages coming in. Ayo here says, El-Rufai is just calling for attention. I don't think Tinubu will dare to arrest him. How will telcos reverse when reps pressed mute button when NLC was shouting? CBN cost cashless flow and allowed banks to empower POSs. POSs now are money spinners. Which ATMs do CBN want to use to break the monopoly? ATM that only vomits 5k and 10k. Who will save Nigeria? Oh, if you ask me. Well, let's go to some other messages here. I can't believe the man got what he... I don't think this message is for me. You just came... No, not for me. All right, Olusoga here says, I think Nigeria is the only country where you use say like POSs are used by shop and store owners, not to business like us. On telco, MTN is into business to make profit and not for charity. Do not blame MTN for high cost of living, but your government for the insensitive policies and anti-people policies. Okay, Olusoga. This one said, Mr. Cardi B, just they whine us for Nigeria is now that he wants to break monopoly of POS. Now, wow, sis is texting us from Aja. Thank you, sis. This one says, hi, Maryann. On the issue of the House of Reps asking for a closed interrogation with the IGP on missing rifles and funds, it's a case of buju buju. Z from the United States. Because, you see, that's the part that really got me. I mean, I love the fact that they're asking questions and these questions are, you know, in the right, appropriate questions. But why are some members saying, oh, let's have it closed up? What do you mean? Is it not our money? Someone here says this news headline contradicts the reality of the content in the news. If customers will be charged $550 for withdrawals of 20k on ATM, the question now is, how much does POS operators charge for 20,000? POS operators charge 400 naira, 500 naira. So CBN's new policy will only encourage more POS patronage. Tinubu will milk blood out of Nigerians until nothing is left. He has the means. Let him jackpot. Okay, I'm sure you're talking about. Okay, he that has means. Let him jackpot with Tinubu. There is no hope for the common man. John Abafi, we are going nowhere. We die here. We are going nowhere. This one says, Jerry from Lakoya says, I can't believe this APC government, but also I'm not surprised. A land where the rule of law is being mocked and ridiculed like a tissue paper by the government of the day. Why won't the mockery or the musketeer become the domestic property? It's a shame. The APC has finally turned the security sector into a play toy. The government lacks absolute discipline. Are you talking about the police here? This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. El-Rufai just woke up to smell the coffee we've been tasting for years. Welcome to the club. Anyway, I love his courage to stand up to the power. As far as I'm concerned, Cardoso is confused. Probably he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Finally, where were the lawmakers when the PMS flew up to from 200 naira to 1,000? I don't take them serious anymore. Chike from Akute. Zilman here from Malaba says, in fact, I'm tired of this country. Is this the renewed hope that Tinubu and APC promised Nigerians? Telcos announced increase of tariff in tariff hike. NLC pretended that they wanted to protest. All of a sudden, the protest was suspended, and now it's obvious the hike has been implemented. I subscribe to 100 MB, and in less than 30 minutes, the data is gone. That was supposed to be my last for a full. That was supposed to last me for a full day. Okay. Maryann, we're all in for it. The government has come to make Nigerians suffer. It's a sad situation, isn't it? Let me go to Facebook. Akin Adigun here says, it's nothing but politics of visibility and relevance, keeping the headlines radar around himself. Let's not get distracted, please. These politicians will still coagulate their interests somewhere down the road. No permanent friends, neither enemies. On the central bank ATM charges, taxes, tariff hikes, they're almost taxing us into oblivion already. Where God, he says, God, where is thy face? On higher telco rates, unless we want to continue lying to ourselves, it's inevitable. We can only urge them to be creative and even-handed about it. God has sustained us till now. He will see us through. Amen. Akin, thank you. Amen. On X, Jonathan says the South African companies as being aided by criminal Nigerian politicians to defraud Nigerians. The National Assembly should also compel with immediate effect MultiChoice to start pay as you go on all their services. They don't have to force them. But then don't forget that it's not just MTN that is here. You've got Airtel, you've got Globalcom, that is Nigerian, that has submarine cables, and they are still doing seku. According to Mrs. Zubuli, say they turn. So it's not just about MTN; it's about all the telco companies. It's about all of them. Fiber One, Main One, all of them. Akenoba here on X says, El-Rufai might be arrested. The dirty battle of the soul of Nigeria has started earlier than expected, and it's between two sets of people who are not shy to bathe naked in the mud. Nigerians should get their popcorn because it's going to be really dirty. Well, I'm going to put one in the microwave right about now. Joy Forever here says, MTN already increased its tariff. NLC shouted, but reps kept quiet. We're all only reactionary. T-Pain is the tax master. He is here to tax us until we'll be asking for our breath. People will avoid banks because of ATM charges. Same way El-Rufai lied against GJ, that he was number 4 on his hit list. Wow. John Bennett here on X says, El-Rufai should not be underrated. Okay. And this non-Jewish Zionist here on X that's using a curse word. Who brought you up? You can't use such words on people. That's just really horrible, sir. Get your acts right. Thank you. Back to the phone lines. I can take 1 or 2 calls. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Dennis, your line is not clear.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, for me, I want to talk about the El-Rufai situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, El-Rufai will not.
Dennis, I'm so sorry. We can't hear you. I'm so sorry. I have to let you go. We cannot make anything out of what you're saying. I'm so sorry about that. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. You two now. Off your radio now. Kilo D. All right. Call me back because it's very simple. You turn off your radio and then I can pick your call. Sorry about that too. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ekotum.
All right, Peter, go ahead.
Yeah, as far as El-Rufai and the government is concerned, I believe that there's nothing wrong between El-Rufai and Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The only thing is that the circumstance around the president are trying to create problems. They are trying to shield El-Rufai away from Mr. President. And that's why people are thinking that El-Rufai is going to. To the best of my knowledge, I'm sure that El-Rufai is still a full member of APC and is still in good terms with Mr. President. Then as for the two companies, I would say the banking industry and of course the telecoms. There are two evils. The tariff increases is not good for the two. But I think the banking industry is more devilish than the
telcos. Okay.
Yeah, because the telecoms, the subscribers like us, like me in particular, have said that if the services are in consonance, that is commensurate with that of the tariff increase, no problem. And
but then the services are terrible and wonky, and they're still increasing the tariff.
It is not every time. Yeah. It is just for some time. It's irregular.
Well, I guess that we could come to a common ground. But thank you very much, Peter. I have to go. It's because of time that I'm letting you go. Lagos, we're going to go on a very short break, like a few seconds break, and then back. I still have some time to take a few more of your messages and your calls. It's still the big three on Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. If you're watching us live on YouTube, post your comments on the live stream. I would like to read from you. On the other side of the clock, it'll be the stairs. Stay with us.
It all starts with you.
You need information. We need your views.
Most of all, your officer and your official, they are very, very corrupt in that system.
Yeah, the deed has been done as regards to the disaster.
All the time we will come here and complain about insecurity.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the battle of intellects begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns, where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debate Competition Studio reopens February 17th.